Good evening, guys, and happy Monday to all of your sunshiny faces. So guys, I'm going to go and take a shower and get to bed. However, today was, I guess, kind of a good Monday. I was sort of able to catch back up on my sleep again after our contractor had been here for like a week and a half. And so finished like at the end of last week, and then my dad was home over the weekend and everything like that too. So it was just like I was getting up early so that we could finish getting all the furniture back in after he finished doing the floors and the painting and all that kind of stuff. And then yesterday to go to the grocery store, and like it's been a lot. I have been getting very little sleep every night because even too, like, and when I have slept like and gotten sleep, it's been very interrupted sleep. Like, again, I would go to bed late when our contractor is coming. He'd get here super early in the morning, and I'd get up, take the dogs out, feed them and all that kind of stuff, so like I could do it before he got here. Then I go back in my room, and then I'd be like, okay, I'll just watch some TV, and I fall back asleep. But like I was never like really asleep, because like I was always like, oh, you know, again too, if he needed to, like, because he had to come not in my room but like kind of like in the doorway to do some of the flooring stuff, like put the threshold in and like do some of the other stuff like around in the area, like too, like he was painting the doors. So like when he painted the doors, he had to have the door open so that like it didn't stick to like the rest of the door frame and stuff like that. Like he'd be like right there, you know, again doing things. And then I got also too, like I got Charlie in here, who would actually was very good for the most part. He was pretty quiet and pretty chill, even when our contractor was like in the doorway and like Charlie could see him. Like he was even talking to Charlie at one point, and Charlie was still like kind of cool about it. Like as far as I thought he was gonna be, like he wasn't bad and like barking and howling and like all that kind of stuff. He was actually pretty good for the most part. So I was pretty proud of him. Charlie, you did well, buddy. You did well. He's like, Kayla, I'm trying to sleep before we go to real sleep. This is Charlie's pre-sleep, his little nap that he takes before we actually take a shower and go to bed. Isn't that right, buddy? Anyways, so yeah, that was you know, that was my week last week. So, and then again too, over the weekend we just had a whole bunch of stuff trying to get everything done and taken care of before that. Now today and tomorrow will be probably the only days I'll really be able to kind of sleep in-ish. My dad is going to be home I think Wednesday, either Wednesday or Thursday, through I want to say maybe it's Thursday, even though I was thinking it's Wednesday, but until like maybe Tuesday of next week, because he originally took off. Him and my mom were supposed to go on like an anniversary trip, which they normally have been doing around this time, like every year. Normally actually it's been in May. They were going to do it in April this year. However, my mom had some kind of medical stuff come up and she's not been feeling very good, and so they ended up canceling the trip. She's feeling better, so they might still do some things like locally, like again kind of like day trips and like, you know, staycation kind of thing. But as far as going away on vacation like they were planning on, they're not going to be able to do that anymore, which kind of stinks. Like me and Jack have been like, I don't want to say we've been looking forward to it, but like it's just been kind of fun, like to like one time a year for like a week or so to kind of just, you know, like be in charge, I guess, of the house. But like just, I don't know, I kind of enjoy it. Like we get to, you know, again, parents aren't here, you get to kind of do whatever you want kind of thing. Like it's sort of what it is, but like we're not going and like having crazy parties or anything like that. We're too grown for that. Just kind of like, you know, like being responsible for things when it's like just the two of us, kind of like we'll just make dinner for two of us, you know, like we, you know, it's not like, okay, like the whole family kind of thing. It's just, I think I said it too, like it's a different dynamic when there are certain people that are here or not here. Like even too, my dad has went away on a couple of the football trips and things like that, or like a work trip or whatever. Like it's kind of weird because like, you know, it's just me, Jack, and my mom then. It's like that dynamic is just different. Like we'll get takeout or something like that, or we might go out for like, you know, something or whatever. Like it's just, we do things that like, and it's weird because I don't know why sometimes you do things with some people that you wouldn't do with other other people, but for some reason we do. And it's just like, not that we're like trying to exclude the person that's like gone, but like, again, my dad's off kind of, you know, I don't want to say having fun. Sometimes work trips aren't always that fun, but like he's getting to do and experience something that's kind of different, so like we get to also, you know. And the same thing too, like my parents are gone. It's like me and Jack get to like kind of just, you know, not have, we get to have responsibilities, but also we get to not have certain responsibilities. Like we're still responsible for things. And, you know, like again, stuff that I think I was telling you guys that even too, like last year I was like, it's so weird, like, you know, again, we have to remember like take the garbage out on, you know, like Thursday night or whatever, because I think the garbage comes on Friday. I don't know. I'm not responsible for the garbage, that's Jack. But normally again too, like my dad is always like, sometimes he'll just come home from work and like he'll take the garbage to the street instead of like, you know, but like Jack has to be responsible for that. Sometimes my dad will just have Jack take care of it. He'll be like, hey, can you take it out or whatever. But I always forget what day it is because of what day we have to put it out. I think we get our garbage taken or like picked up on Fridays, but I always think it's Thursdays because we have to put it out on Thursdays because it comes like first thing in the morning. They come and get it. So that's why I'm like, what day is it actually that we get our garbage recycling picked up? But yeah, anyways, like I said, Jack knows that a little bit better than I do. But like there's just certain things like that that again, you like have to be responsible for, but also we don't have to. Like again, we can go and sit in the living room all day and just watch TV and nobody's telling us, oh, you guys got to get this done or you have to do that. Like there's no kind of that aspect of responsibility too, even though we are responsible, but nobody's having to tell us to do those things. Like we're just doing it on our own, or there's not like extra things like added on to stuff that we have to do or whatever. But yeah, like I said, since my parents are not going to be though, the plan is that since they're not going on vacation, me and my dad and probably Jack too, who was sick this weekend kind of, so he wasn't able to like help all of too much with some of the, you know, like the unpacking stuff and things like that. But we're gonna work on trying to finish some of the rooms that we have started projects on and are pretty much done, but not completely done. Like the sunroom, we haven't put the trim on yet, so like we need to finish that. Like there's little things that we still have to do in certain rooms and we're not done in those rooms, and like I want to just get things done and get things like finished. Like let's just check off this room completely instead of, again too, now that we have the floors done and stuff like that and the living room's done, but like we didn't paint the living room, we didn't have him paint the living room, so we were going to do that, but we don't know like yet exactly what we want to do in the living room. So instead of moving on to the living room and starting that project, it's like, okay, let's finish this project. So that's kind of what we're gonna probably do also while my dad's home over this extended kind of weekend thing. So anyways though, I'm going to take a shower and get to bed because like I said, I got up pretty late today. I actually slept in, which was I guess kind of good. I caught up on some sleep because I've been up so early. But anyways, I will see you guys in tomorrow's vlog. If you guys did enjoy today's, make sure you guys give a big old thumbs up. If you guys are new, we'd love it if you'd subscribe, and I'll see all your sunshiny faces tomorrow. So bye guys.